Hello everyone and welcome to my new geometry lesson. Today I hope you understand this lesson very well and start solving the problems all by yourself. So today we are having a basic geometry. Let's start with the definition. The definition related to the perimeter and the area of any shape. So let's start with the perimeter. The perimeter is the total distance of all sides of a closed plan figure. That means if I have a shape like this one, A, B, C, D, and E. If I want to get the perimeter is the total distance of the all sides. That means that the perimeter is AP plus BC, CD, DE, and EA. Noting that the perimeter, the units of the perimeter is a unit of length. That means if I have a perimeter of equal 15, that means that the perimeter is 15 of centimeter or 15 meter, or we can say another unit length or whatever, any unit length that mentioned in the problem. Okay. But regarding the area is different. The area is the total surface of a closed plan figure. That means if I have the same shape, that the area is the total surface. It's not just the length of the sides, it's the whole total surface. This total surface is the area. So we can say that the unit for the area is the square unit of length. That means if the unit length that I'm using is centimeter, so the unit length of the area is centimeter square. Or if I'm using a meter as the length of a side, that means that the area is meter square. As an example, if I have an area that's equal 45, that means we can say that the area is 45 centimeter square or meter square. Let's take an example for this to facilitate it easier. So the perimeter for this shape, you want the perimeter for this shape is the distance around the edges of this shape. So the perimeter for this shape is this plus this plus this side plus this side. But the area is the amount space inside the shape. So this total surface is the area. For another example, if I have this shape, that means the perimeter is the sides around the shape, but the area is the total surface. So the perimeter is the total distance, but the area is the total surface. Okay, to get the perimeter, we need to focus that the perimeter is an adding, but the area is a multiplication. So how we can say that the perimeter, to get the sides, you just calculate this side plus this side plus this side plus this side to get the perimeter. So you just make an adding equation to make just an add. You add the sides together and you get the perimeter. But if you want to get the area, you get the area by multiplication. How? If you take this side, let's erase this. If you want to get the area, you have to make a multiplication to a side and this side. Okay, and we will make a lot of examples and facilitate it for the next slides. But just remember, if you want to get a perimeter, we make an adding to all the sides together. But if you want to an area, we make a multiplication. Okay, so let's start with the perimeter of the square. The perimeter of the square, if I have the square, first of all, the square and the rectangle are the same, but the square is a unique figure of a rectangle, that because the whole sides of the square are equal. That means if this side is S, that means this side is also S, this side is S, and this side is also S. So for this square, this side and this side are equal. Also, these two sides. So at the perimeter, we understood that the perimeter is the total distance for a closed figure or a closed plane figure. So this is a closed figure because all the sides are connected to each other. Okay. So the perimeter, we add the sides by each other. Okay. So the perimeter is the first side, that's S. We say that this side is S, and all of the sides are equal. So the perimeter is this side plus the second side plus the third side plus the fourth side. That means if I take an S as a common factor, that gives me the perimeter is 4 times the S. So we understood how we get this formula. So the formula of the perimeter for the square, we can call it as a B for the square. The side, we can relate it by S times 4. So the perimeter of square is this. You just want on one side and you multiply it by 4 and you can get the square. And you can make a confusion. You don't have to get confused because I told you earlier from the slide before that if you want the perimeter, you make an adding, and now we are having a multiplication. No, it's not a multiplication. That's not a multiplication. We just facilitate the adding because we said the perimeter is S plus S plus S plus S, and we facilitated and we take the S as a common factor, so we take an S times 4. So we get the formula of times by adding. It's not a multiplication. Okay, so the perimeter of square is side times 4 by adding the 4 sides that they are equal. For example, for the shown figure, calculate the perimeter of a square. So the shown figure is ABCD, and he gave me the AP, the length of the AP, the side. So the side is 15, and we understood that all the sides are equal. We can add 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15, and you get the perimeter, but we want to use the formula. So the formula of the perimeter is 4 times S. So the perimeter is 4 times 15. That means it's equal 60. So 60 of what? So 60 centimeter, because he gave me that the side of the square is 15, is centimeter, I'm sorry. So side is centimeters. That means that the perimeter is also centimeter. And the area is centimeter square, because he gave me that the unit length that he is using is centimeter. So the area is the square of the unit length, that's centimeter square. Okay. Another example. If we have a square that its perimeter is 40 meters, okay? And what is the length? What is the length of his side? So he wants the side, and he gave me the perimeter. So we want to solve the problem upside down. So the perimeter, we just take we use the same formula. The perimeter is 4 times S, and he gave me the perimeter 40 equal 4 times S. That means that S equal 40 divided by 4 equal 10. 10 of what? 10 of meters, 10 meters. Because he told me that he's using meters. Let's move to another shape, the perimeter of the rectangle. The rectangle, and as I mentioned, the rectangle and the square are the same, but the difference in the rectangle don't have the 4 sides, it doesn't have the 4 sides that are equal. They have one side is equal to another side, and the second side is equal to the side that's on the other way. So the perimeter is always the same. The perimeter equal the total distance of a closed plan figure. That means if I want to calculate it, if I assume that this side is called length, so as this side, and this side is called width, so as this side. That means that the perimeter is this side plus this side plus this side and this side. So the perimeter is length plus width plus length plus width. That means that there is 2 lenses plus 2 widths. We can take the 2 as a common factor to get the formula for the perimeter of the rectangle. It's 2 times length plus width. So now we understand that the perimeter of the rectangle, that's called P, it's 2 times length plus width. Okay, let's take an example for this. In the shown figure, calculate the perimeter of the rectangle. So I have a length of 14, and a width of 6. So we start with a formula to solve the equation. The perimeter is 2 times length plus width. To solve any equation related to the area or the perimeter, you just write the formula and try to understand what is missing to solve the equation. Okay, so he wants me to get the perimeter, so he must give me the length and the width. So he gave me the length and he gave me the width. Now I can get the perimeter. So the perimeter is 2 times the length is 14 plus the width is 6. That means the perimeter is 2 times 20. That means that the perimeter is 40. 40 of what? 40 feet, because the unit length that he is using, the unit length that he is using for the side is feet, so the perimeter is also feet. Or we can say it's feet. And the area must be feet square, because the area is the square unit of the side. Okay, another example. If we have a rectangle that's with a perimeter of 40 meters and a width of 5 meters, what is the length of the rectangle? So you have a rectangle and you got the perimeter is 40 and you have the width is 5 and you want to get the length. Okay, let's use the same formula that the perimeter is 2 times length plus width. And he gave me the perimeter. The perimeter is 40 meters. 40 equal 2 times the length that I don't know, and the width is 5. Okay, we start to multiplicating the 2 to the length and the 5 to the brackets in general. So that means that the 40 is equal to L plus 2 lenses plus 2 times 5 equal 10. That means that 2L equal 30. That means that the L equal 30 divided by 2. And we finally get the L equal 15. 15 of what? 15 meters. Because he say that the length, the unit length that he is using is meters. Okay, now we understand the perimeter of the rectangle. Now we understand the perimeter of the square. Let's go to the areas. Okay, we start to the area of the square. The area of the square, as we mentioned, that the square is the whole sides are equal. The whole sides are equal. And I mentioned before that the area, if you want the area, you make a multiplication. That means if I have a shape like A, B, C, D, this square of A, B, C, D, if I want to get the square, to get the area, I want the length and I want the width, and I make a multiplication to them so I can get the area. But you can see that the square, all of the sides are equal. So we are not using the length and the width. We just say that we are using the side. So we're not using L and W. We say that's S and that's also S. So if I want to get the area for the square, the area means the side times this side times this side. That means that the area is S square. So now we understand that the formula for the area is side times side, which is side square. And we can say that the square unit that we are using is meter square or centimeter square or feet square or an inch square, whether mentioned in the problem. As an example, for the area of the square, for the shown figure, calculate the area of the square. So we have this figure, and we understand the formula for the area. That means that the area of the square equal S times S. So we need to get this side and this side. But this is a square. That means that all the sides are equal. So this is 7, and this is also 7. And this is also 7, and this 7. So the area is equal, side times side equals 7 times 7 equal 49. 49 of what? Centimeter square. Because he mentioned that the side is with centimeter. The unit length, he's using the centimeter. Okay, for another example, prove that the side of the area 9 square meter is 3. So he want me to prove that this side, the S, is equal 3. Okay, so and it gave me that the area is equal 9 meter square. So we can use meter square or square meter, SQM or meter square. Okay, we use the formula, the same formula. That means that the area equal S times S, that's S square. And he gave me that the area is 9 equal S squared. That means that the S is equal the root of 9, which is 3. So now I found that the S is 3, and he wants me to prove that the side is also 3. So we proved the equation. So problem solved. So let's get to the area of the rectangle. For the rectangle, as we mentioned, that the sides are not equal. So this side is not equal to this side. This side is equal to the side of the opposite side, the opposite one, and this side is equal to its opposite. Okay. Okay. For the area, as we mentioned, we want one side multiplied to the side that is close, that's connected to. With this one, you can get the whole area. Okay, so from this, we can find that the area is width times length, or length times width. And that's it. That's the formula. Because you can find out that the area of the rectangle is length times width. Let's take an example for the area of the rectangle. If you have this figure, he wants me to calculate the area of the rectangle. So he gave me the length. The length is now 20, and the width is 10. We take the formula. The formula say that the area is length times width. Okay, so the area equal the length, which is 20, times the width, which is 10. That means that the area is 200. 200 of what? Centimeter square, because he's using the unit length of centimeter. Another example, for the shown figure, calculate the width if the rectangle area is 30 square centimeter. So he gave me the area and gave me the length, and he wants the width. Okay, we take the formula, we write the formula, and we understand what's missing. The area of the rectangle is length times width. The area is equal 30 equal length that I have, which is 6, and the width that I don't know. That means that the width equal 30 divided by 6 equal, that means the width equal 5 centimeters. Okay, let's make some brainstorming for different problems. If we have a square with an area of 20 meters, what is the perimeter of that square? Okay, he told me that I have a square, okay, and there is an area, and he wants a perimeter. Okay, let's write both of the formulas. The area of the square is side times side, okay, which is side square, and the perimeter of the square is 4 times side. Where is the relation between the perimeter and the area? It's the side. So if I have the side, I can get the perimeter and I can get the area as well. So if I have the area, I can get the side from it to get the perimeter that he wants. Okay, let's start. Let's start solving the problem. He gave me the area, which is 20. So the area equal the side square. That means 20 equal the side square. That means that the side equal root of 20 equal root 4 times 5, which equal to root 5. So the side is now, its length is 2 root 5 meter. So now I have the side, I can get the perimeter. So the perimeter of the same square is 4 times side. By using the formula, the formula of the perimeter, the formula of the perimeter of the square is 4 times side, which means it's 4 times 2 root 5. That means the perimeter is 8 root 5 meter. Okay. For another brainstorming example, if I have a rectangle with a perimeter of 24 and a width of 4, what is the area of that rectangle? Okay, we understand. We write the formulas. We find what's the common factor for them. We get it, and we get the missing data that he needs, to solve the problem. Okay, so the perimeter of the rectangle is 2 times length plus width, and the area of the rectangle is length times width. So you can find, if I have the length and the width, I can get the area and get the perimeter as well. So we need to get the length and the width. And he gave me the width. He gave me that the width is 4. So all I need is the length, okay, to get the area. So he gave me the perimeter to get the length to get the area that he needed. Let's solve the problem. The perimeter equal 2 times length plus width, and the perimeter is 24 equal 2 length plus 2 width, as we multiply the 2 to the bracket, 2 length plus 2 width, and the width is 4, so 24 equal 2L plus 2 times 4 equal 8. That means that 2 lengths equal 16. That means that the length is equal 8. So now I found that the length is 8. And we can say that the perimeter is 24 meters and the width is 4 meters. So we find that the length is 8 meters. So now we can get the area or not? Yes, we can get the area. The area is length times width equal 8 from length and 4 from the width, we can say that the area is 32 meters. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a good day.